Is it just me, or would you agree that it feels like only the most attractive people in the world have the most attractive things that life has to offer? And yes, for the purposes of this talk, I'm talking specifically about the material visual in our world. Money, house, car, job, business, jewelry, fashion, and etc. Now, what if I told you that that's not nearly as coincidental or convenient as you might think, and that the power to attract material visual from this world is in all of us? You just have to turn up your level of attractiveness. And I'm talking about the law of attraction, which by all accounts, you are already using. Now, how do you do that? Let's first agree that everything you have today, you have attracted to yourself. Whatever lifestyle you see and live today, it's all a product of you and your level of universal attractiveness. Because without that belief, you won't have the power to shift your world. And if that is true and we agree, then let's consciously and mindfully acknowledge that you possess the same qualities as anyone and everyone who you believe have the most attractive lifestyles. So, yes, if this wasn't already clear, this is a mindset thing that you're in. The law of attraction begins with believing in energy and that we as people are all energy beings. Our physical construct, mind, body, spirit, it's just one big energy force field and magnet. Therefore, that is not true just for us as people. That is also true for the material visual you see. Money, relationships, job, promotion, or your most wildest of dreams. The question will always remain, are you not just willing to raise your energy force field to attract what you seek, but are you willing to let the universe catch up to you? Because our current dreams and wishes might be as far as Mars. And although seemingly far away right now, it will come to you if you are willing to commit to focusing on the attractive mindset and playing the waiting game. All right, let me explain. I use the words energy force field and magnet intentionally because the law of attraction has a sub-law to it around magnetism that goes like this. Negative thoughts attract one another, but positive thinking does the same. If all we do is remain pessimistic, negative experiences will continue to come our way. So to flesh this out, let's focus on our attention on money for the time being because it's so obviously influential and relatable in our culture. And I will agree that to a degree, money could mean everything to you, especially if you're broke, and I've been there. And because money implies a highly attractive lifestyle, it just seems to make sense. So you, as an energy force field, you focus on money. And because you are an energy force field, money, therefore, is also an energy force field. And before listening to this talk, your mindset and your thoughts will focus possibly on you being broke, on that all you do is live paycheck to paycheck. Everything in life, food, rent, mortgage, and basic cost of living is so expensive, and that anyone who has money is lucky or was born into it, or maybe they sold their soul to the devil. If that is you, then your energy and frequency, your attractiveness is turned on to being turned off to money, thereby attracting being more and more broke. Think of it like this. If energy equals frequency and vibration then equals communication, meaning in this example, you and money are simply talking to one another. And now substitute money with anything else that you see in your life. Back to jobs, relationships, all people, places, and things. We could argue that life is the law of attraction and action at all times. Going back to, this is a mindset thing. You are speaking and seeking by how you are thinking all day. And if you care to know, we think upwards of 60,000 thoughts per day, which I like to refer to as silent praying or spoken word to the universe who is not just watching, but listening all day. So set another way for you to visualize this a little bit deeper. Imagine you're on your phone right now. Maybe you're on your phone right now already. And I text you the number to the universal pool of money. All the money that exists in the world is available to you at this phone number. You're like, oh shit, let's go. So you lock that number into your phone, and I tell you dial it and see what happens. So you dial it and you call it, because why wouldn't you? And sure enough, you hear, hello, this is the universal pool of money in abundance. How may I help you? Now, before you get excited, right? Remember how we started this with the broke money mindset. So if you are on the phone with Money Pool talking fear and doubt about money, how hard it is to make money, how difficult it is to keep money, and again, anyone that has it in abundance is somehow lucky, was born into it, and sold their soul as a violent criminal. And that is the only reason anyone has any money. Think about that conversation. Like, stop and think about how you would respond if you picked up the phone and someone is calling you like that. So how do you think Money Pool is responding to you? Think about it. All right, now let's try it like this. If you call the Money Pool again, it picks up, and you're like, hey, Money Pool, ooh, baby, right? I see you out there looking all good. I know you like to be treated well and spent lavishly. I know you like to flow in abundantly, and you talk to it with love and affection, and you tell it it's the most sexiest thing in the world. Huh? I know you get it. I know you get it. Now, again, expand that. Expand that to everything you seek. Money, house, car, job, business, relationships, God, and on and on and on. That is essentially the law of attraction, which is again available to us all as people and energy beings. Remember, and if it wasn't clear, the law of attraction, it has no prejudice. It doesn't discriminate, nor does it try to hide itself. It's literally there for all to seek and use. You still with me? Now, while I have you all excited and entertained, and you're still on the phone with Money Pool, let me be clear again on some realities while the concept is simple and plain. The difficulty for this lies in the waiting game, amongst other things, right? The mindset thing. As I said previously, and firstly, you might be in New York City or somewhere in the world using the Money Pool as an example. You dial it, and it could be picking up as far as Mars. This is a journey, a constant journey, and turning yourself onto this frequency takes time for the universe to catch up. Also, I know you're just watching this, but don't be selfish. You're not the only one searching, seeking, and attracting. This law and power is available to everyone, so you have to prioritize patience, especially if you've been turned off to the higher frequency you seek for some time now. In other words, we can get easily distracted by life or with life by life, because that's just life. But if you are watching this, I'll leave you with this last nugget. Pick up the phone, call the attraction you seek, lock in, and never hang up. Even after you start getting what you want, because truthfully, if this goes back to a mindset thing, you already have a connection through your silent prayer and spoken word, which is universal thought and consciousness. So why not stay tuned into the higher energy vibration, frequency, and abundant communication? Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich. Ooh.